Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're just going to do some real talk, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself while I put my makeup on, my everyday makeup kind of routine. So if you're interested in that, stick around. And if you have not yet, please hit that like, follow, or subscribe button, or all three. And when you're done watching, post a comment and we'll chat. So things are about to get really real. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're just going to be chit-chatting. We're just going to be doing some talking. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, and we're just going to talk about life because we are all alive and we all have problems and things that we go through every day. And, you know, just because I make videos, I don't think people talk about real stuff enough on the internet. So it's all very glamorous and not reality. So we're going to talk about some of that stuff today, and I'm just going to get ready with you guys and I'll tell you what I'm using and we'll just chit chat. So I am going to use my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. This is my favorite primer. I just really like it. It's very moisturizing. Comes with this little disc that you scoop it out with. But yeah, so if you have not been on my channel ever, I'm Brittcherie. Oh, I used way too much primer. That's too much. That's too much. Stop calling me mom. Yeah, so I am not a spring chicken. I'm in my early 30s, which, you know, is why I like skincare so much. You too? Yeah. You gotta start taking care of that shit when you're younger. So, oh my God, it's everywhere. So yeah, and I started making these videos because I really like makeup. I've always really liked makeup, but I had my son when I was pretty young. I was 20 years old. And when you become a parent, you know, when you become a mom, I was a single mom for, you know, quite a while, and you kind of forget who you are and things that you really like to do because you're so focused on being a mom. But I also had really, really terrible postpartum depression. And I think that's something that's not talked about enough. You know, it's not something that you can help. It's not something that you can really prevent. It's just something that happens to some of us after we have children. So that was really hard, especially to go through in my 20s, you know, being a single mom. I did have, you know, my mom there for some moral support during some of it. And, you know, it was just tough. It was a tough situation, but you know, I got it taken care of and whatnot. My son is almost 13. God, 13. That makes me feel older than dirt. And I mean, teenagers. Yeah, no. Anybody that, you know, complains about the terrible twos, you just wait. You just wait. Because then they stop wanting to hang out with you and they shut themselves in their room all the time and they don't have time for you. And then they have like this attitude thing, like it's everything. It's over everything. Like, hey, pick up your clothes off the floor. Oh, I did. Or like, hey, I need you to go do your chores. But mom, like, it's an argument. It's an argument all the time. It's like having 2-year-olds only in a 13-year-old's body. It's great. It's fantastic. So there's that. Yeah. I am going to go in now with my KVD Beauty Good Apple Foundation. This is like my new fave. I freaking love this foundation. I'm just going to put it on with a wet beauty blender. So anyway, so there's that I went through. I dropped out of college during that time. I actually am in college right now, working on my bachelor's. So I'm going to be getting that fairly soon. And then I'm going to be working towards my master's and my PhD in psychology. I want to be a psychiatrist. So I know that doesn't really seem to mesh with like the persona on these videos and like, oh, I love makeup. But you know, it's two different sides of me. So any people that are out there and you don't think that you can go back or that it's too hard and you can, you know, you can do it, like legit. I mean, it is really fucking hard and you're really tired all the time, because I also work a full-time job in the medical field. So, you know, it is a lot, but it's doable. And you just have to have the motivation or the determination to do what you want to do. So, and that's with anything in life, you know, you just have to just do it. And It'll be really hard, and some days you're going to want to quit, and some days are going to suck, but some days will be really good, and it'll be all right. And you're going to be like, I got this. You know what? I got this. Also, recently, I wanted to talk about, about some like health issues, because I know that there have been a couple of other YouTubers that have come out about certain things, and, they're serious and they're no joke. Like, I believe it was Raw Beauty Christie who came out and was talking about her, just her problems and her emotions after having her baby, which is completely normal. But, postpartum's tough and it's a real thing. And I believe Tati came out a while ago, maybe a year or two ago, and was talking about endometriosis, which is also a very real thing. I also had severe endometriosis for pretty much my whole life, so bad that I actually had 2 endometriosis removal surgeries laparoscopically to take it out, because it would regrow every couple of years, and there's no cure for endometriosis. So I did have a couple of surgeries on that, and that was in my early to mid 20s. And then, all right, we got all of that in. Okay, now we're gonna do this Tatcha, the silk powder, because I haven't tried it yet, and I really want to freaking try it because I really like Tatcha. So we're gonna do that. Anyway, back to story time. Oh, it comes with a little liquid silk canvas sample, so that's nice. Oh, that's sweet. That's very pretty packaging. It's very pretty packaging. And it is sealed. It has a little seal. What? I don't know what's going on here. That's what it looks like in the middle. There's a little tabaroonie. Do we pull this up? Oh, and it comes out the sides. Okay. I'm going to use it like a setting powder. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a big, fat, fluffy brush. So this is supposed to, I think, like protect you from like blue light, and like also have like be like infused with skincare and whatnot. I like Tatcha. Tatcha is so bougie, but I really like their products. Okay. Anyway, back on track. So yeah, endometriosis sucks. And I had a couple surgeries on that. And then I met my husband when I was 26. And we got married. And then about 4 months after we got married, I got powder everywhere. I'm going to use my Lorac bronzer. This is Golden Girl. I'm going to use that to like put some color on my face. I'm going to use my powder brush because I want to. So we got married, and then about 5 months after we got married, I went into the doctor to see about a hysterectomy because the endometriosis was so bad. There's no cure, and it hurt. It hurt all the time, and does other things like you bleed all the time, and it literally feels like you're in labor all the time. And so I went in to talk to a doctor about getting a hysterectomy, and we were going to do a partial. We were going to leave one of my ovaries because, I was only 28 at the time. 29? No, I was 28. And so they did that, and then we found ovarian cancer. So that was fun. So I had to go after that and see an oncologist. And we found out that I had serous papillary carcinoma on the ovary that they did take out. So I became a cancer patient, and luckily I did not have to do any radiation or chemo. They found it at stage 1. So I was very, very, very lucky. So we dealt with that, and that sucks. But I had a surgery where they cut me pretty much all the way open and like put their hands in my organs, but they took out everything else. So after the hysterectomy, there was only one ovary left because they took out the uterus and fallopian tubes and cervix and all of that. So they took out my other ovary and part of my omentum, which is like a fat cap, I believe, that like hangs from your colon, or I don't know, but I know that ovarian cancer travels to it a lot during those cases. So I'm gonna put some blush on. What blush am I gonna use? I powdered my freaking face. Oh, powdered my face. I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna use this NARS liquid or not liquid, stick. So anyway, had a big fat freaking surgery. I took out the rest of my insides, and I have been cancer-free now for 4.5 years. 4.5 years? Yes, 4.5 years. So I still have to do checks. I still have to go every 6 months and get scans and see my oncologist and whatnot. But cancer-free, thank the Lord. But that also, at 28, threw me into menopause. The M word. It sucks. If any of you out there. It's funsies. Yeah, so still going through that. It's not as bad as it was when, obviously because I was thrown into menopause. I hit my microphone, I'm sorry. I was thrown into menopause. Not that that's better than naturally going into it, but anyway, so that sucks. So yeah, and that's a big change. And that's, thank God for my husband. He is a freaking saint. Like, he went through all of this with me, because I'm telling you, like 5 months after our marriage, and his wife gets ovarian cancer and has to have all of her shit removed. And that changes you. Like it doesn't just physically change you, that also mentally changes you, and it changes you as a person. And it's insane. And he has stuck by me through all of it. He's been right there. He deals with my craziness, with my mood swings, with, depression that comes from that. He's such a good guy. He's a freaking saint. So I am very, very grateful for that. I mean, we've all gotten through it. My son is fine. He has ADHD and some kind of defiant disorder. I don't know. He has a freaking genius level IQ, but can't find his shoes. It's mom life. I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Entendre eyeshadow palette. Everyday neutral. I'm an everyday neutral kind of girl. I don't like full like glam all the time. Anyway, so yeah, like on a daily basis, like that's the kind of stuff we deal with. And then, life, going to the grocery store and doing homework and cleaning my house. I'm so bad at cleaning my house. I'm not even gonna lie, you guys. I hate dusting. I hate dusting so much. So very, very, very much. And I need to get better at that. Also, laundry sucks balls when you have to do it all the time. And we have a dog that we rescued from a local animal shelter a few years ago. And he's getting old and he's having trouble climbing up the stairs now. His name is Boomer. He is they told us he was half black lab and half German Shepherd. Half German Shepherd, half blue heeler. I don't think he is. I think he's half black lab, half blue heeler, because he looks more like a lab, but he has the blue heeler color, like that bluish gray mottled. Yeah, so I definitely think he's those two, but he reminds me more of a lab than a German Shepherd. Anyway, he's a big freaking dog and sweet as can be, but thinks he's a lap dog and he weighs like 100 pounds. So there's that. And, he's been having some issues lately that we've been dealing with. Oh, I found a mouse in my house the other day, like 2 days ago, and it was injured. And I made my husband cut out a hole in some Tupperware, and I was trying to see if it could survive. I don't know what was wrong with it, but it was not well, like it wasn't using its legs. And so I tried to feed it and water it and put a towel over it for a blanket. Anyway, it died, which is sad. My son was a little upset, but we talked about it and he's okay. So we tried to help there, but it didn't really work out. My husband thinks I'm crazy. He's like, it's a freaking mouse. And my mom was like, oh my God, mice, they're the devil. And she like told me to throw it outside or whatever. No, I tried to help it. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things. I was gone for quite some time. I was off of YouTube. I didn't make any videos for a couple of months. And during that time, I was getting really, really sick and we couldn't figure out why I was getting sick. I actually had to go to the emergency room twice, and I had like a colonoscopy and a flex sigmoidoscopy and all these things, right? So I finally go to a specialist a few days ago, and we found out that actually what's happening is like a vagal attack from my vagus nerve, and we don't know why. So it like throws your body into shock and lowers your blood pressure, and like your body freaks out and you feel like you're dying. And so now we're trying to figure out why I'm having those, but I haven't had one since the day after Christmas, so that's good. But at least now we know what it is, you know? I mean, I don't know. I think people should talk real, like more often about what exactly is going on in their lives. I mean, you don't have to get too personal. You don't have to like go into your freaking medical history and shit like I am, but I mean, trust me, that's not all of it. But you know, like you should be able to talk to other people about your problems. And with a lot of certain, you know, medical things, like you feel really, really alone. Like with endometriosis, it's not something that's talked about a lot. And sometimes you just need to talk about it. And with postpartum depression, it's, you know, still kind of a taboo thing to talk about, and it shouldn't be. And cancer, the big C word, it's not talked about a lot. And you know, like you feel really, really lonely when you don't have anyone to talk to about that stuff. So I want you guys, if you have anything that you feel like you need to talk about, I want you to comment or private message me or whatever, and let's talk. I am here for you guys. You are listening to me right now. Probably not. You probably already turned off by now, but you know what? We should all be here for each other because, you know, we need that. And you know, it's a community. This is a community and we should help each other is what I'm saying. What I'm saying. So yeah, like everyday life. And I mean, life is great. You know, there's just struggles sometimes and stresses of like paying your freaking bills, and then you're getting older and it's like, oh, I'm so old, but you're not really that old, but you feel like you're a million years old. And your kids are noisy and just all kinds of things. And yeah, so that's why I shoot these videos, because I enjoy it and I love makeup. And I remembered after the whole cancer thing, and you know, I remembered that I really, really love putting on makeup, and it makes me feel better. So what do we have left to do? I am going to do a little bit of brow freeze in my brows. I love this product. I don't have big, thick brows, so this stands them up for me, makes them look a little bit fuller. You just need a tiny amount of product so it'll last for fucking ever, literally. I need a, I don't know what I'm doing. I like coffee. I drink coffee all the time, every day. It's an everyday occurrence. So much so that my son now asks me for a latte when he wakes up before school, and he gets annoyed if I don't make him one before I go to work. It's ridiculous. It's pretty freaking ridiculous. I love to read too. I have a library. That's not the mascara I want to use. I have a library. We're gonna use the Sky High Maybelline mascara. This shit is baller. So yeah, I love reading. Mostly classics. I have like every classic under the freaking sun. I love it. I read all the time. And then when I'm just reading for like, well, I read everything for fun. Did I just get mascara on my, no, okay. I read everything for fun, but like if I want something that I don't necessarily have to think about, I really like historical fiction. I've read pretty much every Philippa Gregory book written and own them. Because I do this thing where like I buy books and then I don't get rid of books. That's why I have a library. They're collected, I guess you could say. I collect books like I collect makeup. And it ranges from everything, you know. It could be Philippa Gregory. It could be Immanuel Kant. You know, I really like philosophy and psychology. And, you know, it could be Second Treatise of Government, Faulkner, J.D. Salinger. I have all of J.D. Salinger's books, you know. A lot of people don't read anymore nowadays, and I think that's weird. But you know, we have the internet and we have other things to do. And don't get me wrong, I just joined TikTok, and it's like a fucking rabbit hole, you guys. Like I was like, no, like TikTok's stupid. Like I'm not gonna have a TikTok because I'm not 16 and there's no reason for me to have a TikTok, and it's just dumb, a bunch of like 30-second videos and whatnot. It is fucking like the Matrix. It is, you know, I took the pill to show you I went down the rabbit hole. You know, that could either be a Matrix thing or an Alice in Wonderland thing or a, you know, whatever, but I did it. And that's where I am with that. There are so many talented people on TikTok, you guys. I had no idea. So many great singers and so many really fucking funny people, and people that are awesome at makeup, like makeup artist awesome, not just like bullshit review products. but like really talented. And so I've been doing a little bit of that lately. I also really love food. I'm kind of a foodie, but I'm gluten intolerant. So that sucks because I really love bread so much. If I could eat one thing for the rest of my life and not get sick, I would eat bread. But I love food and different cultures and researching. Like, I want to travel because I want to see things around the world, but also because I want to try their food, because I think that you can learn a lot about a community or a culture from their food, because food unites everybody. Everybody has to eat. And I think that's really awesome. So I cook a lot when I have time, and I love trying new things. I wish when I was younger somebody would have taught me how to take apart an engine, because that would have been cool. My husband and I watch Formula One all the time because it's cool. Way cooler than NASCAR. And yeah, I'm pretty, like, I like a lot of things. I love music. When I was young, I wanted to be one of two things. I wanted to be a journalist, which is what I went to school for the first time. Was political journalism. And then I found out that journalism is dead. And I wanted to be a musician. I play the guitar and I sing and I write music, and I used to record my own songs. And then my mother would make me sing them in front of people, which is not fun because I have crippling anxiety about singing in front of people. So, so I used to want to do that. So pretty much anything like artistic. I also paint, more abstract. I'm not good at doing actual things, but I love abstract art, things that make you feel emotion. That's how I am with music too. Like, I listen to everything, but I really like things that make me feel something. I'm kind of weird. Like, when I'm sad, I don't listen to happy music, because a lot of people listen to happy music to make them happier when they're sad. When I'm sad, I listen to sad music because then it's like someone's commiserating with you, and that makes me feel better. I don't know. I'm fucked up. It's fucking weird. But I love this mascara, by the way. This Sky High is baller. I know it's like a weird combination of shit that I put on my face every day. Like, some's high-end, some is not. I'm not even gonna put on any eyeliner because I don't want to. But I am gonna put on a lip. Let's do a Pat McGrath, because I fucking love Pat McGrath. We are going to do the Pat McGrath Blitz Trance lipstick in the color Blood Rush. It looks like this. Very sparkly. And it looks like this. I love a red lipstick also, by the way. It's like my fave. I like doing simple eyes and then like a big bold lip, or I like doing really dramatic eyes and a simple like nude lip for the most part. This is my everyday. This is what I look like every day. I love her lipsticks so much. And I usually go for her mattes. This one's a little shimmery. It's like eating food. They're so comfortable. They literally are super freaking comfortable. I have this really bad habit of never putting on lip liner. And you should with red lipstick, just so that you know. Yeah, so this is what I look like every day on a daily basis. This is my normal makeup routine, things that I like to put on my face, things that work well on my face. And yeah, like I just really kind of wanted to shoot the shit with you guys and let you know a little bit about myself and kind of open up. And, you know, everybody's different. Everybody has different problems. But, you know, if you guys ever want to talk about anything, if, you know, I don't think that people that have platforms talk about serious issues as much as they should, because I think there's a lot of people in the world that just want to know that they're not alone, or just want to know that there are other people out there that, you know, everything's not perfect. I'm really tired of on social media platforms like TikTok, like Instagram, like YouTube, people acting like everything's so glamorous all the time and they have these perfect lives. And I don't think that's real. And I'm here to just be real with you guys. So anyway, if you have not yet, guys, please hit that like, follow, or subscribe button. I know this was more of kind of a serious video, but I just kind of wanted to get to know you, and I wanted you to get to know me. And this is my everyday makeup look. I will put what I used down below in the description. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed a little bit of us time. So thank you so much again for being here, and I will see you next time.